Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Byron Dobson Arena here in Riverview, New Brunswick. U13AAA Fury are going to take the ice this morning against the West Kent Pheonix. Pheonix coming off a tough 2-1 loss last night against the Fredericton Storm, or CFHA Storm as they're known. Storm continue to be undefeated in the league with the exception of their one loss to the Fury. So I would expect West Kent will come in here full of energy and optimism, looking for the first win, and that they are going to give us a big game here this morning. So the line of Harriman, Kavanaugh, McLaughlin will start out there with Lacasse and DeMille on the blue line. Eloise Perreault returns to the net. Face-off won there by the Fury. DeMille takes that, sends it up the wall. That goes to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh steps around her player. Harriman grabs it. She's in over the line. She aims and shoots. Glove save. Goalie bobbles it, and she's going to hang on. Thought maybe we might have snuck one in there early. So that's a better start to our game than yesterday. Fury a tough 4-1 loss in St. John yesterday to the Fundy Kraken, who are a great team, and came to play and came away with the win. Battle in the zone, that was Harriman against Hiltzy. Alexa Cormier comes up with that for the Pheonix. She gets to the blue line, just out into the neutral zone. Kavanaugh recovers. Kavanaugh steps over the blue line. She chips it down the corner. Hiltzy picks that up for the Pheonix. She's in behind her own net looking for an outlet pass. She'll send it up the wall towards Desprez. Broken up there by Harriman and McLaughlin. Hiltzy now with it. That's broken up by Lacasse. Here comes Charlie Doyle for the Pheonix. Charlie Doyle steps wide on Lacasse. She gets over. She cuts towards the front of the net. Nice play as she attempts to go forehand backhand. Sneaks away from her. DeMille has it poked away from her. Lacasse is going to grab that behind the Fury net. She spins away from her forechecker. Now DeMille grabs it. Fury on the breakout here. DeMille gets it out towards Kavanaugh, out of the reach of Kavanaugh. Fired back into the zone. Elise Bourgeois sends that to her teammate. Lacasse in the corner. Now there's a battle in the half wall. Lacasse is in there. Bourgeois comes away with it. She chips it nicely around the Pheonix D, who now recovers. That's Doyle. Here comes Doyle, the puck in over the blue line. She aims, shoots. Blocker saved by Perreault. Lacasse grabs that puck. Lacasse on the sidewall. She sends it up the wall into the back of the referee. Puck continues to stay in the Fury zone. Shreen in there for the Pheonix, sends it down low. Eb Landry picks that up. Landry, she sends it up the wall. That's Kate Nelson coming up with it. She's got Ferrand in the middle, and she's got Bourgeois. Finds Bourgeois, nice pass. Bourgeois shoots. Big glove save there by the Pheonix goalie. So, end-to-end action here. Fury with a couple of good chances early. 13-16 to go first period. Much better start today than yesterday. Face-off will come here to the left of the Pheonix net. Alexis Padrones in her home rink wins that back to Landry. Landry goes D-to-D to her partner Knight, just off the stick of Knight, chips it down low. Lara Walsh there with it. Walsh gets knocked down. That comes back to Knight. Knight shoots, blocked in front. Walsh with it. She feeds it back to blue line to Landry. Landry fires from blue line. Long shot steered in the corner by the Pheonix goalie. Yeah, Bork is there. Bork, she gets it to Padrones. Padrones steps in front, scores! 5-hole. We have 6 girls from Riverview on this team, and looks like home ice is a feel-good place for them. Fury scored. 12:53 to go here in the first period. Nice work by Ev Bork in the corner. She gets that puck to Alexis Padrones, puts a nice move on the D, and then slides it home 5-hole. Fury up 1-0. Padrones line stays out. Padrones against Hiltzy on the face-off. Padrones wins that back to the blue line. Boyard with it now. Boyard off the wall. Boyard sends that up the wall to Ev Bork. Bork chips it around the D. Bork's in. She's got some time and space. She gets it to the front of the net. It's in Lara Walsh's skates. Padrones comes up with it behind the net. Padrones spins away from one checker. She follows the ice along with the Pheonix player. Now Bork goes in to help. Bork is in there battling against Hiltzy and Richard. Fury come out with it. They send it up the wall. Walsh with it now in the half wall. She goes back into the corner. Steps around the D. She's got Padrones in front. Walsh looks for her. Gets it out front, just out of the reach of Padrones, and that puck's going to go all the way down the ice. I don't think that'll be icing, but maybe. And it is. So, great start here. 12:08 to go in the first period, and our Fury have come out with a lot more energy and emotion than we saw yesterday, which is always great to see. And playing much more like the team that we have come to know and love here over this season so far. Harriman wins that draw. It's over towards DeMille. DeMille gets there, but poked out over the blue line by the Pheonix player. Puck gets to neutral ice. DeMille back up the wall to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh chips it towards center. That's intercepted there and goes back to Lacasse. Lacasse. She spins away from her player. That goes to Kavanaugh. Levesque is there. Put some pressure on Kavanaugh. Here comes Ellie Shreenan with it for the Pheonix. Shreenan under some pressure from Harriman. Now the puck is in the corner. Lacasse is there for it. Lacasse and McLaughlin are down in the corner. McLaughlin with it now. She's coming up the wall. Has that stolen by Shreenan. Shreenan gets it down low. Lacasse breaks that up. Puck is in front. It's a mad scramble here. Puck is bouncing everywhere. Never makes me comfortable when that happens. Puck gets to the blue line but not out. Now it's going to get out as Ryan DeMille chips that around the D. Shreenan grabs it, sends it back up the other way, but that's intercepted by Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh finds McLaughlin in the middle. Harriman's going to go pick that up at center. She chips it off the ice all the way down in the corner, and they're going to go for a change. Great action here, end-to-end so far. Charlie Doyle picks that up for the Pheonix. She's under pressure from Nelson. Nelson steals it from her. Nelson finds Laundry at the blue line. Laundry walks the line. She shoots. Tipped in front. Puck is there. Battle in front. Loose puck. Bourgeois comes out with it. Off a set of skates. Doesn't get to the net. Ferron, the back check, steals that. Great play by Alexa. Alexa hardened a great save there by the goalie. Now, Bourgeois chips it smartly back to Laundry. Laundry sends it towards the front of the net. Ferron feeds that over there. That was Nelson actually. Fed that to Bourgeois. Puck stolen there by the D. Levesque for the Pheonix. She runs it all around the boards to Knight. Knight goes down low. It's out in front to Bourgeois. Bourgeois still has it. There comes the Pheonix. That's Carroll. Carroll gets the puck out for the Pheonix and goes to Laundry on the blue line. Chips it to center. Stolen there by Kate Nelson. Now Ferron the back check. Nice job. Put some pressure on Charlotte Levi. Levi gets the shot away just wide of the Fury net. Sophie Knight down in the corner here. Knight is in there. Bourgeois. Wow. Bourgeois bulldozes. Desprez gets away with one there. That was a forearm shimmer if I've ever seen one. Here comes Kate Nelson. She's going to try and get wide on DeCroc. She does. Nelson with a head of speed. She spots up looking for help. Finds her teammates, made a pass, but the referee got in the way. That one just offside as Nelson was coming back to tag up, and the puck came in a bit early. So we're 9:45 to go in the first period. Today is Warm Hearts, Warm Hands Day for our U13 AAA Fury, collecting donations for Harvest House of money and warm winter clothing, and really heartwarming to see the level of support we had for that today. So great cause that the girls are embarking on today in lieu of doing a 50-50, collecting donations and winter jackets and toques and hats for the less fortunate here in the local area. So really nice initiative and great to see the community come out and support that. Battle here on the half wall. Lara Walsh chips it around the Pheonix D. She still has it. Now Kenzie Hilchey breaks that up. She sends it up the wall. Alexa Cormier is there. She chips it into the Fury zone. Boyard's going to have a bit of time and space there. Boyard behind her own net. Under some pressure. Steps around Hilchey. Chips that up the wall. That gets to Ev Bork. Bork now with it. Bork finds Padronas in the middle. Padronas is ahead of steam. She gets mostly around Legier, and then she gets literally tackled. Yeah, referee's letting them play today, I guess. It looked like she was one of those Velcro stuffed animals, the way she had her, her gloves stuck to Padronas' jersey on the way by. In any event, puck is in behind the Pheonix net. Squirts out Deb Bork. Bork with it now. She attempts to get to the front. That's broken up. Tries again. Here we go. We got a scramble in front. Walsh, Padronas, and Bork all there. Padronas gets it now. Now Walsh has it. Walsh shoots. Rebound. Oh, great save. Pheonix goalie was down and out, but gets a pad on that backhand by Lara Walsh. Hilchey sends it up the wall. That's going to make it out into the neutral zone. Lacasse will retrieve that for the Fury. Lacasse, he sends it out of the reach of Padronas. Puck gets to the Pheonix D. They send it out of the zone. Here comes Godin for the Pheonix. No, referee's in the way again. The poor guy. He's been a pretty good shot and puck blocker today. Lacasse now. She's in a battle on the wall. She comes out with it. Now puck squirts low. Padronas takes a few swings at it. Now she gets knocked over. Everyone's on the ice over there. And Kavanaugh's going to skate away with it. Kavanaugh. She gets bodied off the puck behind the net. Looked like a rugby scrum there for a minute. Now Lacasse comes away with it. She sees Harriman up low, up high. Oh, broken up nicely there by Arsenault for the Pheonix. Otherwise, Harriman had a breakaway. Here goes McLaughlin. McLaughlin sends it up towards Harriman, just out of her reach. Kavanaugh's there now as well. There we go. Ev Landry sends it off the wall. Landry sends it off the wall. Harriman's into the forecheck. Pheonix go D to D. Here comes Josiane Levesque with that puck. No, that's Richard. Richard chips it into the zone. That's intercepted by Ev Landry. We had a bit of a pile up there inside the blue line. Harriman goes to McLaughlin on the wall. McLaughlin sends that wide towards Kavanaugh, intercepted by Levesque, back into the Fury zone. Sophie Knight now. Here goes Knight. She sends it up the wall off a skate that kicks to the middle. Here comes Elise Bourgeois. She's got Harriman and Nelson with her. Bourgeois shoots high and wide. Harriman's there for the rebound. She sends it to the blue line. Knight shoots. That's intercepted. And Charlotte Levi comes the other way for the Pheonix. Broken up nicely there by Ev Landry. Good stick by Ev. Here goes Bourgeois again. Bourgeois, she's got two people with her. That's picked off by Lexa Cormier. She comes the other way. Cormier in on Knight. Knight keeps her to the outside. Cormier spins back, looking for help. She finds it up high in the for Mackenzie Hilchey. Hilchey, shot blocked. Nelson, over to Bourgeois. Bourgeois's got Ferrand in the middle. She sends it. Nice play there. Gets to Nelson on the way in. Pheonix try to regroup and get out of their zone. Stopped up. No, they come out. Here comes Desprez. She gets it to Hilchey. Hilchey gets wide. Boyar is there. Pokes that away from Hilchey as Hilchey dropped her stick. Cormier has it now. You got Ferrand and Lacasse in there, or Ferrand and Boyard in there against Cormier. Cormier didn't have much chance there, and now Elise Bourgeois comes down the ice. Wow. So she gets tackled and no call there either. We're going to play an interesting version of rugby hockey here today, where tackling is allowed, I guess. Puck goes down in the corner. Lara Walsh is in on the forecheck. Charlie Doyle with it for the Pheonix. She works it up the wall. That's out of the reach of her left winger. Boyar comes up with it on the blue line. Boyar goes D to D over to Atkinson. Atkinson now. She's under a bit of pressure. Chips that into the zone. Fury tag up. Here we go in the forecheck. There's three Fury players there. Padrones is there. Padrones is there. And that stays onside. Now back to Atkinson. They go D to Boyard. Bounces off her stick. Ellie Shreenan's there in the forecheck. They go up the wall. Godin intercepts. Godin for the Pheonix now. She shoots. That's broken up by Padrones. You get Walsh and Atkinson down low trying to get the puck out. Almost. Stopped at the blue line. Puck goes just wide of Perreault. Bork is now going to give this a go up the wall. Bork. Padrones there to help. Goes to Ellie Shreenan. Shreenan walks the ringette line. She goes wide. Lara Walsh is all over here. No daylight for that. Effort for Shreenan. Boyard now. Boyard sends it up the wall. Gets it to Bork. Bork. That's held in again. Boyard goes wide this time. That's off of Walsh's stick, and here comes Carroll. Carroll steps in. She cuts to the middle. Shoots. Wide. Carroll finds her own rebound. Gets it in front to Atkinson. Atkinson's going to send that down the ice. Get some fresh troops out here as they've seen enough. 4:25 to go first period. 1-0 for the hometown Fury. So a little more peaceful broadcast today. I don't have the assistance of my very capable co-worker, Jonathan Walsh, today, as John chose to sleep in. And Sunday mornings he likes to stay home in his robe and slippers and read the paper online and drink coffee with some Baileys in it. So this interfered with his morning routine on Sunday. So no John Walsh today, but we'll do our best to keep you entertained while we're here alone. Puck's down in the corner. Now shot back to the other corner. Madison Kavanaugh gives chase. Kavanaugh's in there. She gets it to Lacasse. Now goes back to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh gives it to Harriman. Harriman's got a bit of time and space. She's under a bit of pressure from Sophia Scott. She sends it rink wide towards Chloe McLaughlin. McLaughlin gets there. Off a skate. McLaughlin sends it out front. Now Lacasse has it. Oh, Lacasse stands on it. Nice effort there by the Fury to try and set up that attack triangle. Was offside. They had to tag up. Madison Kavanaugh is going to lead the forecheck. Chloe McLaughlin's there as well. Now shifts the other way. Harriman's going to be the one on the wall. She's in there against Cormier. Cormier gets the ball held in by DeMille. DeMille sends it back around the boards. In behind the Pheonix net. Picked up by Charlie Doyle. McLaughlin. She attempts to get it out. Harriman keeps that in. Now it does get to center. Landry goes wide to Nelson. Nelson chips it in. Fury going to go for changes. So Nelson's in all alone. That's going to give a little bit of time and space here for Josiane Levesque to go for a skate. Here comes Levesque from the Pheonix. She's got a great set of wheels. She gains the blue line. Kept outside nicely by Ev Landry and supported by Kate Nelson, who comes away with the puck. Nelson has a bit of time and space. She sends it up towards Ferrand. Bourgeois is in a foot race with Charlie Doyle. Oh, nice play by Bourgeois. She sent it just in front of Alexa Ferrand. Really nice demonstration of speed there by Elise Bourgeois. Puck goes in behind the net. Bourgeois is there. Levesque bodies her off the puck and sends it up the wall to Alexa Cormier. Cormier chips it down the ice. Eve Landry is going to go back and pick that up for us. Landry now with the puck. She turns it back the other way. Slides off of her stick. Alexa Ferrand steps in support. Goes back to Alexa Cormier, who fires it just at the net. Nice job by Perreault to be ready. Here comes Landry. Landry now. She has a bit of time and space. She can really skate as well. Here goes Landry. She's got some space. She's out on the outside. Sends it towards the net. Goalie just gets a pad on that in the low far side. Puck comes up the wall again. Landry's going to pinch in to hold that zone. Gets the puck to Padrones. Padrones. Here we go. Padrones sends it to Walsh. Walsh now. Walsh in front. Hits a stick. Walsh sends it back to the blue line. That's Boyard with it. Boyard. She sends it down low to Padrones. Nice play there. Padrones fires behind the net. All the way around the boards. Comes up to Atkinson. Atkinson puts it back in the corner. Padrones is going to go there. Pick that puck up. No. Pickpocketed by the Pheonix D. Boyard does a nice job of holding that line against Alexa Cormier. Get a 6-player battle here in the half wall. Puck squirts out. Atkinson holds the line. Shoots. Nice save there by the Pheonix goalie. 1:37 to go in the first period. I'm not sure what the shots in net would be today, but I'd suggest they were probably 12 or 14 to 3 or 4 in favor of the Fury. Pheonix goalie has been up to the test most of the time here this morning. Harriman in the face-off. That draw is won by Ellie Shreenan for the Pheonix, but Claire Atkinson breaks that up and we're offside. That was close. Face-off now. That's won by the Pheonix. DeCroc goes over to Legier for the Pheonix. She goes up the wall to Godin. Godin steps over center. She dumps it into the Fury zone. That goes all the way around. Claire Atkinson is there. She's under pressure from Ellie Shreenan. Atkinson sends it back towards the middle. That goes to Harriman. Harriman sends it not out. Almost out. Chloe McLaughlin's down there to battle with that. Shreenan comes up with it. Shoots. Nice save by Perreault on a bouncing puck. Boyard on the wall. That gets away from McLaughlin. Pheonix player shoots and hits their own forward in front of the net. Now McLaughlin comes out with it. Here goes McLaughlin. She's got Kavanaugh with her. McLaughlin. She's heavily back checked there by Ellie Shreenan, and they grab that puck and come back the other way. So here goes Lacasse. Anna Lacasse now. She fans on it a little bit. The puck bounces to McLaughlin. McLaughlin steps around her player. She pushes that forward, gets towards Harriman and Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh's there. She's going to hold the line, which is great. We've got 28 seconds to go here. Harriman does battle now with Shreenan. And the puck stays in the Pheonix zone. Levesque goes D-to-D to her partner Doyle. Bourgeois is there in the forecheck now. Bourgeois. No, Fury, Pheonix get it out. Here comes Sophia Scott. Sophia Scott sends it down into the corner. Ryan DeMille is there. Ryan DeMille picks up that puck. Has that knocked away from her by Scott, but they get it over to Kate Nelson. Nelson finds Bourgeois. One-on-one, Bourgeois versus Doyle. Bourgeois bursts the speed. Oh! Pheonix are saved by the bell on that one. Much better first period today from the U13 AAA Fury. Showing lots of life, skating well, moving the puck pretty well. Much more aligned to the type of things that we're used to seeing from our team in the last couple of weeks. Special day today. We have CIFA President Chris Dunn making an appearance here at the U13 AAA game this morning. Always nice to see the big celebrities like Mr. Dunn arrive for a minor league game here at the Byron Dobson Arena as he waves to the crowd. Yeah. He'll be taking questions from parents after the game just out in the lobby. If anyone has any concerns or comments, you can direct them directly to Chris Dunn. Yeah. I think he did mention he was buying hot chocolate for all the girls if they win this morning. So, Coach Nelson's over there drawing up some inspiration and learning for the girls. Well, Darcy DeMille and Steve McLaughlin discuss the benefits of the full beard versus no beard on the bench. According to insider sources, it is true that Darcy does put bacon grease in his beard. And that's been okay as long as he stays out of the woods where sometimes the bacon grease attracts small animals. So, McLaughlin looks convinced on the bench that clean shaven is the way to go, and DeMille doesn't appear to agree. So, face-off will come here to center ice to kick off the second period. Alexa Ferrand center with Kate Nelson at left and Bourgeois at right. Ferrand wins that draw. Recovered by Levi, though. She gets it to Carroll. Carroll shoots. That's blocked in front by Eve Landry. Nice job by Landry to block that shot. Puck's in the corner now. Nelson with it. Nelson sends it nicely up the middle to Ferrand. Ferrand's got a bit of space. She's got Bourgeois with her. Under some pressure from Sophia Scott. Scott forces the forecheck. Ferrand goes to the net. Puck squirts there. There's a battle behind the net now. Scott comes out with it, but Nelson interrupts that progress. Oh. So, looks like Alexa Ferrand is going to go to the bench for 2 minutes or less. 2 minutes for Slashing. Interesting time to find his whistle after what can only be described as a free-flowing first period where the referees let him play. Face-off will come all the way back to the Fury zone, left of Eloise Perreault. Bourgeois and Nelson on the kill with Knight and Atkinson. Draw one by Bourgeois. Here comes Bourgeois, 2-on-2. She steps around DeCroc. She's got Nelson with her. Sends it over to Nelson. Nice play. Nelson maintains control. She gets the skates pulled out from under her, but Bourgeois still has it. She's under some pressure there from Hilchey. Puck squirts over the stick of Claire Atkinson. And here comes Alexa Cormier for the Pheonix. 2-on-1. Cormier gets the shot off. Saved nicely by Perreault. And Perreault is going to cover that rebound. Oh, try to. That gets poked away from her. But it goes right to Elise Bourgeois, who comes back up the ice 1-on-2. She's all alone. She gets wide. She fires a puck that hits the goalie. Phoenix goalie was not expecting that one. Here comes Lara Walsh from Padrones over the boards. Walsh angles DeCroc off the puck. Very nice play here at center. Puck squirts back to the red line, but no further. Phoenix are now content to dump it in. 1 minute and 7 seconds to go here in the Phoenix power play. Padrones has it in their zone. She goes skate the stick and goes for a skate. Now Ellie Shreenan's going to put some pressure on her. Walsh grabs that puck and dumps it into the zone. That's picked up there by Legier. She sends it up the wall for the Phoenix. Broken up by Walsh. Battle in front of the Fury bench. Puck squirts free to Alexa Cormier. Cormier attempts to feed it across ice to Shreenan, but that's broken up by Padrones. Padrones there again. She sends it back into the Phoenix zone. Now DeCroc for the Phoenix. Aria DeCroc. She steps up the ice. She gains the Fury zone, but she's rubbed off the puck there by Alexis. Alexis sends it out in the neutral zone. That's going to be offside if Shreenan touches that. So now Anna Lacasse, she sends it to the middle. Lara Walsh picks it up. Puck goes all the way down the ice for DeCroc. And that'll be icing against the Phoenix with 17 seconds to go here on the Phoenix power play. So we get Ev Bork and Madison Cavanaugh here for the finish off this penalty kill. Battle off the face-off. Puck didn't move too far. Now Charlie Doyle comes out with it. She sends it to the blue line. That's picked up there by the Fury. Shot from the blue line. Rebound. Oh my goodness. That went up over the goalie's shoulder and wide. That was a great shot from the blue line by Lacasse. Sorry, Landry. Landry had a great shot. Goalie didn't see it. Hit her right in the face. Now Perreault's going to have to cover that up as she's under some forechecking pressure here. Nice penalty kill by our Fury. 12:23 to go, second period. Harriman against Shreenan on the faceoff. Harriman wins that down in the corner. Shreenan comes away with it though. She beat the player back into the corner. She fires it out front. Now, battle on the boards. Puck gets out high. Charlie Doyle sends it back in low. Eve Landry comes up with it. She steps around the first forechecker and she's away. Here we go. 4 Fury come to center ice. Broken up by Shreenan. Yeah, Richard coming the other way now for the Phoenix. 1-on-1 with Sophie Knight. Shot. Ooh, just wide. Godin comes up with the rebound, sends it behind the Fury net. That's picked up by Landry. Landry sends it off the wall towards Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh's going to reverse with that one. She's looking for an outlet. She reverses again. Under pressure from 2 Phoenix players. Needs a bit of help. Here comes Harriman. Shot from the blue line. Nice save. That's going to go to Chloe McLaughlin. McLaughlin now. She's going to escape that puck out of the zone. Really nice pass over there to Madison Cavanaugh. Off of her stick. Harriman and Levi do battle. The puck ends up in our zone. Knight now with it. Knight's going to move the puck up the wall. That's going to go all the way down the ice. I don't know that that should be icing, and it's not. Charlie Doyle now behind the Pheonix net. Doyle, she comes all the way up the middle. Here she comes. She steps around Bourgeois, gets it up high to Scott. Scott shoots it, and that's in the corner. Boyard's there for us. Boyard sends the puck towards player Atkinson, interrupted by Scott. Ferrand's there. Puck squirts right through the slot. Elise Bourgeois sends that towards the middle for Atkinson. So that was broken up, and now Boyard comes away with it. Boyard goes off the wall. Nice pass to Ferrand. Ferrand goes skate to stick. She's got a bit of time. Ferrand's in the corner. Has the puck stolen from her by Levi. Now Levi with it. Levi and Bourgeois do some battle in the corner. Kate Nelson has the puck now. Goes to Bourgeois. Now back to the Pheonix. That's Levi for the Pheonix doing battle with Kate Nelson. Back and forth to the blue line. Here's Boyard. Boyard steps around her player. Nice moves. Nice moves by Boyard. She gets knocked down, hangs on to it in spite of that. And that play is broken up. What could have been a really nice chance. Pheonix now with it behind their own net. Here come the Pheonix. They send it off the wall. Atkinson's going to hold his own there. Down in the corner towards Bourgeois. Bourgeois there. She's got Ferrand in front. Finds her. Ferrand shoots. Oh, blocked. Shin pad. Puck is still there. Squirts high. Boyard back on the blue line with it. She's going to, stand on it. Here comes Charlotte Levi. 3-on-1. Levi dumps it in the corner, which is good news for the Fury. And Atkinson wins the foot race there. She whacks at the puck. Keep it away from Lexa Cormier. Lara Walsh now. Walsh sends it up the wall. That goes to DeCroc. DeCroc, the D for the Pheonix of the puck. She's under pressure from Pedrones. Pedrones comes away with it. Pedrones spins away from Hilschi and DeCroc. Now she gets pulled down by Hilschi. And there's Lacasse in the corner now for the Fury. Pheonix under pretty good pressure here from the Fury. Pedrones steals, steps in front. Broken up there by DeCroc. Back in the corner. Pheonix attempt to clear. That's going to be broken up by Atkinson to Pedrones. Pedrones, full body there by Kenzie Hilschi. No luck in seeing the referee's arm go up. Puck is in front. Now we're getting a penalty. Not sure about this one. Anytime that I've ever competed in Riverview, usually the refs are well paid for before we show up and they go in your home team favor, but I think that must be something with the cream colored jerseys of the Pheonix where the referee can't seem to see them anytime they do something wrong. I don't know. It's interesting, but that is hockey. So Fury are going to have to go back to the penalty kill with 8:51 to go in the second period. Coach Nelson's going to come out and have a chat with the referee. The referee is saying, I got nothing to say to you, and Coach Nelson is saying, I have a lot to say to you. Nelson holding the door open. Referee refuses to talk to him. Harriman wins the draw. That goes to Lacasse. Lacasse puts it off the gloves. I think maybe the referee just didn't want to put the effort in to skate that far over to our bench. He was in the far corner when Tony started calling him, and 100 feet looked like a long way to skate for the ref at that point. Face-off will be back to the right of Eloise Perreault. That one won by Shreenan. Goes up to the blue line. Back into the corner. Lacasse gives chase. DeMille's also there. Puck goes out in front. Harriman breaks that up with her skates. Harriman fires that puck all the way down the ice. 1:39 to go, and the penalty to the Fury. McLaughlin's in on the penalty on the forecheck. Harriman angles her player off, and that squirts back to Landry. Landry's going to send it back up the ice, right off the shoulder pads of Harriman. Here comes McLaughlin now. McLaughlin has Harriman with her. Puck's in the corner. Levesque goes back for it. Harriman's on the forecheck. Harriman comes through the crease. Godin comes up the wall now for the Pheonix. That's broken up by Knight. Knight's going to send that puck all the way down the ice. Nice job here by the Fury. They're going to go for a quick change on this penalty kill. Here comes Godin for the Pheonix. That's broken up by Madison Cavanaugh coming over the bench. Chloe McLaughlin rubs her player out. That could have pretty well been body checking, but I guess not today. Landry attempts to get by Levesque. She sends it wide nicely to Nelson. Just out of the reach of Nelson. Doyle and Nelson are in a race now. Nelson comes out with it, tries to feed it to Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh has it now. Kavanaugh's in a battle, and Shreenan comes away with it. Here comes Shreenan through center. Shreenan gets it wide, chips that around Eve Landry, but Landry keeps her to the outside. Battle in the corner, 30 seconds to go in this power play. Now, DeMille's in there to help. No, that was Kavanaugh, excuse me. Kavanaugh's there again. Kavanaugh and Carroll. Carroll sends it down into the Fury zone. Landry comes up with it. Here comes Landry. She's going to smartly send it all the way down the ice. Much to the approval of the moms and dads here from the Fury side. 8 seconds to go in this penalty. Here come the Pheonix attempting to clear the zone, and they send that all the way down the ice. And that should be icing if it has enough energy to get there, and it doesn't. So, Claire Atkinson with it. She's under pressure from Sophia Scott. We have a battle with Padronas, Scott, and Atkinson. Padronas comes out with it. No, she's being leaned on by Alexa Cormier. Padronas gets it to Ferrand with a nice move at the blue line. 2-on-1. Ferrand has Elise Bourgeois with it. Rebound. Oh. So not sure how that puck stayed out. Ferrand had a nice hard shot. And then you had Elise and Padronas in there. So face-off will be to the left of the Pheonix net. We have 6:25 to go second period. Still 1-0 for the Fury. Nelson, Bourgeois, and Ferrand out there. Atkinson. And puck's going to get stopped up again. Atkinson and Boyard on the blue line. Linesman took a little spill there to the right of the Pheonix net. Looks to be okay. A little snowy, but no worse for the wear. Nice forecheck here. Bourgeois comes out with it for the Fury. She's got Nelson in front. She's behind the Pheonix net. She still has the puck. She's going to spin back or attempt to. No, she is body checked off the puck by Legier. And the ref is going to call one against them for a change. Nice effort by Elise Bourgeois to draw that penalty. So Fury go to the power play. I think that's their first one of the day. 6:09 here, second period. Coach Nelson's going to send out some fresh troops. Bork, Walsh, and Padronas. Puck comes up the wall to Atkinson. Atkinson now. She sends it down the wall to Padronas. Padronas steps around her player Hilchey. Finds Boyard wide at the blue line. Shoots! That goes just wide. Walsh is in there. Now Ev Bork has it. Bork steps to the front of the net. She was attempting to go back door to Padronas, so that was tied up. Puck squirts to the blue line. Boyard now. Boyard shoots. Ooh, just wide of the net. Padronas wins the foot race to the wall. She comes away with it. She's under pressure from Levesque. Still has the puck. Padronas has a couple options. Finds Boyard. Boyard steps in. Shoots. Tipped in front. Oh, just wide. DeCroc sends it up the wall for the Pheonix, but Atkinson's going to hold that in. Atkinson gets the puck to Walsh. Walsh sends it wide over there to Bork. Off of her skates, but kicks to Boyard. Here goes Boyard. Boyard gets it to Bork. Bork's going to cut to the front of the net. Bork shoots. Oh, off the crossbar. Alexis Padronas comes out with a rebound. She spins away from Levesque, who falls. Alexis has it, shoots it up to the top of the circles to Boyard, who cuts the front of the net again. Boyard attempted to get that to Lara Walsh, and it was broken up by DeCroc. DeCroc comes the other way with it now. Boyard's going to shut her down. And Atkinson's going to retrieve the puck. Oh, Atkinson has the puck stolen by Alexa Cormier. Nice save by Eloise Perreault. Another one from behind the net that bounces off Perreault's pads. Wow. Very little extra comfortable with the puck, and the Pheonix almost made his play. Here comes Claire Atkinson. She spins away from the forechecker Shreenan. Atkinson with it behind the net. She sends it up the wall. That goes to Ev Bork. Bork chips it nicely out of the zone, and she's away to the races. Bork can really fly. That's broken up in the back check by Ellie Shreenan. Puck comes over here to Claire Atkinson. Atkinson looking for some daylight. She sends it up the wall to Walsh. Bounces away from her. McLaughlin comes up with it now. McLaughlin sends it to Walsh. Walsh steps to the blue line, dumps it in. They're going to go for a change. Now McLaughlin in the forecheck. 4 of the 5 Fury going for a line change. That puck's going to squirt out here to the neutral zone. Lacasse comes away with it. Lacasse attempts to go wide. She gets knocked over in the middle. And the puck is down in the Fury zone. Ryan DeMille's going to pick it up. Here goes DeMille with it. DeMille steps around the net. She fires that up the boards to Madison Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh now. Kavanaugh sends it to Harriman. Nice pass by Kavanaugh on the backhand. Harriman sends it wide to McLaughlin. McLaughlin, she comes out with it. And the Pheonix steal one back on the high slot and get it all the way down the ice. Here comes Lacasse. Lacasse takes the puck. Has that broken up by the forechecker. Harriman comes away with it. She's going to clear it out of the zone as she gets knocked over by Charlotte Levi. That'll be a penalty against the Pheonix in a minute. Here comes Chloe McLaughlin. Poke checked away from her, and Carroll's going to touch it. Fury go back to the power play. 3:19 to go, second period. First period, the Fury definitely had the better of the action. Second period, I think we're still carrying the play for the most part. There's a little bit more back and forth. Overall, significantly better effort than yesterday. Our puck movement has been really good today. The girls seem to have a little more jump. I mean, one of the changes today is Paul Kavanaugh is not on the bench today, so there may be a difference. Maybe the girls are responding to that absence today, not having Coach Kavanaugh on the bench. I think his good hair creates tension for the other coaches, which might affect the girls. Ooh, great shot by Alexa Ferrand as the puck goes over the net. Kate Nelson there on the wall. Sophie Knight's in to help. You got Nelson, Knight, and Ferrand. Puck shot on the blue line. Good hard low shot by Eve Landry. Almost sneaks through the pads. Pheonix goalie is able to shut it down. Yeah, I think there is some jealousy about Paul's hair on the bench, Mathieu, and I think that creates tension that maybe from the other coaches that bothers the girls. In spite of his vast hockey knowledge. Face-off will be here to the right of the Pheonix. Alexa Ferrand is going to take this face-off. She has Nelson and Bourgeois with her. Pheonix making a couple of last-minute changes here. Hilche's thrown out because of that. Alexa Cormier steps in. Ferrand wins the draw back to Knight. Knight fires that puck from the blue line. That's off a shin pad. Goes to Bourgeois. Bourgeois back to Knight. Knight at blue line. Shoots. Great shot by Knight. Scores! Sophie Knight from the blue line. If I'm not mistaken, that is Sophie's first goal of the campaign. 2-0 Fury. Always great to see the girls who don't score that often get a chance to score a goal. And nice play by Ferrand to feed the blue line, and Sophie Knight rips it home. 2-0 for our Fury with 2:51 to go in the second period. That's a feel-good moment on your hometown rink for Sophie Knight. We're excited to see that. Alexa Ferrand, the face-off. She wins that draw. Puck comes back to center now. 3-on-3 Fury step over the blue line. That's Bourgeois with it. Bourgeois shoots. Kate Nelson comes out with it. Bourgeois with it. She's under some pressure. That's stolen from here, and the Pheonix come the other way. This 3-on-1. That's Hilche, Cormier, and Desprez. Hilche fires a field goal over the net, and thankfully that 3-on-1 didn't cause us any problems. So Hilche has it again, shoots again. Nice save by Eloise Perreault. 2:20 to go, second period. 2-0 Fury. Fury made quick work of that power play. I think we were only on the power play maybe 15 or 20 seconds before that puck went in the net. We're going to have Padrones against Shreenan on the face-off. That draw, I would say, was a draw. Puck gets to Richard for the Pheonix. Now Shreenan has it. Ev Bork puts some pressure on. Pheonix attempt to keep it in, cannot. Puck comes back to center ice. Legier with it now for the Pheonix. Legier goes rink wide. She finds Godin. Godin chips it down in the corner. Ryan DeMille is going to gather that puck up for the Fury. Here goes DeMille. DeMille goes off the wall. Held in by DeCroc. Broken up there by DeMille. She goes off the wall again, out to center. DeCroc with it now. She attempts to go rink wide and does. Godin picks up that pass, but Lacasse is going to break that up, and she's coming the other way at the puck. She gets body checked into the boards at center. Here goes Bork up the wall. Bork with it. Padrones now is going to come away with it. Here goes Padrones. She's hooked up from behind, and the puck gets out to center. Lacasse comes towards Walsh. Broken up there by the Pheonix player, and the puck comes to center again. DeMille tries to dump it in, goes off the shin pads of Padrones. Padrones now with it. She spins back. There goes Padrones. She puts it off the wall to Walsh. Walsh chips it around to Croc. The Croc rubs her out down the wall. Ellie Shreenan's there to pick the puck up for the Pheonix. She sends it up the wall, but DeMille holds the blue line. Down to Walsh. Now out to center. Here comes Lacasse with the puck. Lacasse. She goes rink wide. Puck is off the boards, just out of the reach of Bork. Puck goes off a stick into the Fury bench. 56 seconds to go, second period. It's been a very interesting interpretation of the body checking rules here this morning. Sometimes they're allowed to go and sometimes they're not. Face-off will be to the left of the Pheonix goalie. Kavanaugh, McLaughlin, Harriman up front with Knight and Laundrie on the blue line. Harriman against Levi. Draw one by Harriman out to Kavanaugh. Shot tipped in front over the net. McLaughlin scoops that up. She finds Harriman in front. Oh, that's intercepted. Nice attempt there by Chloe to feed Emily in front of the net. Here goes Ev Laundrie. Laundrie sends it into the zone. That gets to McLaughlin on the wall. She steps around her player. Nice move by McLaughlin. Fires that towards the net. That's broken up. Levi sends that up the wall, but Landry's going to hold the zone. Laundrie's going to spin off her player and send it to the front of the net. The Pheonix goalie's going to cover that up. 29 seconds to go here. Pretty good attempt there by Chloe McLaughlin to center for Emily, and broken up by the Pheonix D. Harriman versus Levi on the face-off. Harriman wins that over to McLaughlin. Harriman has her stick knocked out of her hands, and the Pheonix come the other way. Nice job by Sophie Knight to break up that play and send it down in the zone. Charlie Doyle's back there for the Pheonix. She's under pressure from Kavanaugh and Harriman. The puck goes down the wall. Doyle's still there with it, trying to get it out. The battle continues in the wall. It's being held in by Sophie Knight. Now McLaughlin. Well, Fury are now offside here as we got 4 seconds to go. Oh, Harriman shoots. Deflected easily into the corner there by the Pheonix goalie. Well, you can hear the Fury faithful cheering for our girls after 2 periods. Girls are going to go for a flood here, and that means we'll take a break. So far so good. Hopefully we can come back with a lot of energy and wrap up this game. But lots of hockey left to be played. Clock shows a 15-minute break, so we will talk to you again in 15 minutes. ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Third period. 15 minutes to go. Harriman line will kick off for the Fury against the Hilchey line for the Pheonix. Draw one by Harriman. Back to Atkinson. She's stopped at center ice. Kavanaugh's there. She comes away with it. Kavanaugh's got McLaughlin and Harriman with her. She drives wide. She sends the puck towards the front of the net, broken up by DeCroc. Puck gets to the front of the net now. Harriman's there with it. Nope. Poked away from her by DeCroc. Harriman knocks her over. Battle ensues on the boards. Alexa Cormier comes out with it. Off the linesman skates. Held in the zone. Now Cormier has it. She goes wide to Desprez. Boyard's going to be there to stop that chance. She grabs the puck, goes behind our net. Boyard sends it up the wall to Kate Nelson. She's got Atkinson with her and Harriman. Harriman and Atkinson are in the forecheck. Atkinson gets it down low to Harriman. She's got McLaughlin going to the front of the net. Finds her. Tied up just at the last second by DeCroc. Now Atkinson. She sends the puck down low again. McLaughlin's there. McLaughlin's there with it. Looks like Kate Nelson in there to help in the forecheck. 6-player pile up in the corner. Puck gets to the blue line. Atkinson holds that shot. Fires. Tipped. Ooh. That went off at DeCroc and up over the net. Here come the Pheonix. Pheonix in. Legier gets the center. She's stopped at center nicely by Anna Lacasse. Lacasse grabs that puck. She sends it up the wall to Bourgeois. Bourgeois grabs it. There goes Bourgeois. She attempts to fire that in short side. Goes off the side of the net. Bourgeois and Nelson are both there. Puck is on the back of the net. Puck comes off the back of the net in behind, and the Pheonix defender comes away with it. Puck works up the wall, broken up by DeMille. DeMille sends it in. Fury tag up. Ferrand's in there in the forecheck. She's got Bourgeois on the boards. Puck comes up the wall. That's going to be held in there by Lacasse. Lacasse grabs that puck. Oh. Ellie Shreenan's able to steal that one. Here we go. 2-on-1 the other way. Shreenan. She's got Richard in front. Sends it to her. And that's broken up by Lacasse on the back check, and Ferrand comes away with it. Here goes Alexa Ferrand. She's got Bourgeois. Tries to get it to her. Hits a skate in front of the intended receiver and doesn't quite get there. Here goes Shreenan. Shreenan into the offensive zone. She sends it behind the Fury net. Lara Walsh is there. Walsh does battle. Blocked at the blue line by Ferrand. Puck gets to center. No, puck is down low. Here's Landry. Landry grabs that puck behind her own net. She steps out to the left, sends it up the wall to Lara Walsh. Lara Walsh now. She gets to Padrones. Padrones under some pressure from Levi. Levi grabs it and sends it back in the right on net, actually, not even to the corner. Here goes Lacasse. Lacasse, that's intercepted by Sophia Scott. Back behind the Fury net, now Landry with it. Landry goes up the wall, off the stick of Lara Walsh. Puck squirts across ice, and now Ev Bork is going to give chase. Bork. She comes hard up the wall. She's in a battle there with 3 Pheonix players. Padrones is there. Padrones and Bork do battle. Puck is still there against the half wall. Now Padrones has it. She'll skate away. She has a little bit of space. She gets wide. Cuts back to the middle. Goes skate to stick. She falls down. Lara Walsh is there to retrieve that puck, but she's under pressure from Carroll from the Pheonix. Carroll skates away with it. Here comes Carroll for the Pheonix. 1-on-2. She aims and shoots. Tipped off of Sophie Knight. Eloise Perreault steers that in the corner. Nice move by Knight. Here goes Knight. Sophie's in a nice rush. Here she goes. One of our goal scorers gets it over to Lara Walsh. Walsh makes a nice move. Broken up by Richard. Padrones comes away with it. Now gets in front. Chloe McLaughlin's there. She fires that to Landry. Landry rips it off the side of the net. Landry down low now to McLaughlin. McLaughlin sends it to the front of the net towards Padrones. Slap shot from the blue line and blockered away nicely by the goalie for the Pheonix. Puck comes almost to the zone now. Knight holds it in. Now McLaughlin is there. Knight and McLaughlin do battle. Puck is off the wall. Knight's able to tie up the Pheonix player, and puck doesn't get too far. Puck squirts into the Pheonix zone. You got Kavanaugh. She's got Harriman with her. Ooh, rebound just out of the reach of Harriman. Nice shot by Maddie Kavanaugh. Puck goes down low. Kavanaugh's first on the puck. She's in behind the net. She has Harriman in front. She steps around the first player. Poked away from her. Now McLaughlin with it. McLaughlin sends it to the front to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh redirects towards the net, and the Pheonix goalie is there to quickly cover that up. 10:32 to go, third period. I've uncovered the truth in between periods as why John Walsh is not here today, and it's because his Leafs lost to the Canadians last night, and he didn't want to be seen in public here in his hometown where everybody knows what a big Leafs fan he is. Kavanaugh back to Boyard. Boyard shoots from blue line. That gets to McLaughlin down low. She goes cross ice, broken up by the D for the Pheonix. Mathieu Perreault says that John should be used to losing by now as a Leafs fan. Boyard shoots, blocked in front. Rebound is there. Oh, Kavanaugh. Harriman shoots. Couple of quick shots there. 10-11 to go. We're going to get some fresh legs out here. The Ferrand line comes over the boards. Nelson and Bourgeois. Yeah, the Leafs live in the land of disappointment. Every year they tease us Leafs fans, and then they do what they do. Tight face-off there. Puck gets back to the blue line. Atkinson grabs it. Atkinson down in the corner. She spins away from Carroll. She gets it up the wall to Nelson. Just out of her reach now. Ferrand center ice with it. Ferrand. She's looking to get that puck up ice. She will send it off the boards towards Bourgeois. That's broken up there by Godin for the Pheonix. Puck gets back to Atkinson. Atkinson now. She goes rink wide. Nice pass to Kate Nelson. Nelson chips it forward. That gets to the Pheonix D. Broken up by Atkinson. Off the ref. Atkinson to Nelson. Nelson to Ferrand. Here goes Ferrand. Puck is bouncing on her. She's going to send it. Oof. Nice nice job by Alexa to be strong on the puck there. But in any event, the Pheonix come away with it. That's Legier for the Pheonix. She goes 1-on-2. Shoots. And Perreault makes the save. Nice job by Alexa to withstand some physical pressure. So Pheonix fans are letting me know that the period was only 12 minutes and it's supposed to be 15, so we're going to have to update the coaching staff over there. Play is down in the corner here. Puck squirts towards the middle, comes away with it is Elise Bourgeois. Bourgeois with a head of steam. Sophia Scott gives chase to the Pheonix. She knocks that away from Bourgeois. Bourgeois gets it back. Bourgeois steps over. She steps around 3 Pheonix players, loses the handle. Sophia Scott takes that puck. Now Bourgeois takes it back. 1-on-3 here. That was Charlie Doyle grabbed the puck with the Pheonix, and she'll clear the zone. DeMille's going to send it back in. Puck is down. Now comes wide. Was down in the Pheonix zone. Comes out wide to Scott. Broken up by Bourgeois. Bourgeois just loses the handle. Now back to her. Here comes Lacasse now. Lacasse shoots. Ooh, just wide. Padrones comes out with the puck. Walsh down in the corner. Padrones runs into Carroll, who then tackles the ice and then gives her a little shove for good measure. Puck comes back to center ice and it's down deep into the Fury zone. Lacasse is going to grab that puck. Here comes Anna Lacasse. Lacasse with it. She sends it up the wall nicely to Ev Bork, just out of her reach. Retrieved by Charlie Doyle. Now, Laundria that sends it into the Pheonix zone, stopped again by Doyle. Lacasse sends it in, and the puck is in just off the back of the Pheonix net, retrieved by their D. They send it up the wall towards the winger. That's stopped there by Padrones. Padrones and Walsh are there. Broken up by the Pheonix D, who shoots it out to center. Sophie Knight is there. Sophie Knight attempts to send it off the wall. That goes off a skate. Now it's picked up here by the Pheonix D, Richard, who gets it over to Lexa Cormier. Cormier, who's an underage affiliate from West Kent, looks pretty good up there today. Cormier has the puck. She's in behind the net. A couple options out front. She sends it up high. Gets that to Arsenault. Goes off of her stick and out into the neutral zone. Pheonix send it back in deep. They'll have to tag up on the offside. Knight with the puck now. Knight gets it to Walsh. Walsh makes a nice little on the boards. That gets broken up, and here comes Cormier the other way. Now Walsh recovers there. Knight sends that puck back up the wall. Walsh with it now. Walsh finds Harriman. Harriman's got a bit of space. She's gone in around Richard into the corner. She comes out with it, sends it to the front of the net. Nobody home. Oh, Harriman to Walsh. Walsh one-timer blocked. Puck comes up the wall. Landry's there to hold the zone for the Fury. Here goes Landry. She's going to hold that zone. Sends it back in there deep. Broken up there by the Pheonix D, who sent it off the wall. This time they're going to get it to center, back to Landry. Landry goes D to D to Knight. Knight sends it off the skates of Harriman. That kicks over to McLaughlin. Here goes McLaughlin. She sends it wide to Madison Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh gives chase. Cavanaugh's in on the forecheck. Pheonix sent it all around the wall. D had gone for a change, so that one will get out of the zone. Boyard is there. Boyard steals that puck from Desprez. Here comes Harriman with the puck now. She has a bit of time and space. She got 3 players with her. Sends it to the front of the net. Broken up by the Pheonix D. Boyard down in the corner. Kavanaugh's going to chase that puck behind the net. She comes out with it. Kavanaugh's got it now. She comes away with it. She's got Harriman in front. Tries the center. Blocked up and ends up in the back of the net. Good effort there by Maddie to get the puck to the front. Claire Atkinson holds the zone. She's in a battle down in the corner. Puck comes up the wall. That's going to go to Harriman. Harriman's going to shoot it. And that is wide. Now Boyard's going to pinch down. Hopefully she'll hold the zone. Chipped away from her, and Atkinson will come back. She'll gather up the puck just inside our zone. She's going to go all the way back behind our net. She gets it up the wall to Madison Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh chips it to the middle to Ferrand. Puck's in a set of skates and stays with Carroll from the Pheonix. Now goes to McLaughlin. McLaughlin, she's got Ferrand with her. She steps around Shreenan. Chips that forward to Ferrand, who was in a crowd, and the puck goes to the Pheonix, who grab it and send it back into our zone. Here goes Bourgeois. Bourgeois steps around Scott, steps around the referee. Broken up by Charlotte Levi. Stopped there by Boyard. Back to Bourgeois. Bourgeois now at center. Puck's away from her. Pheonix D grabbed that puck and sent it down into our zone. Atkinson will be there. No icing. Atkinson behind the net. She goes wide to Nelson. Nelson sends it right to the middle of Ferrand. Nice play. Ferrand makes a nice move. It's Ferrand and Bourgeois. 2-on-2. She goes to Bourgeois. Bourgeois spins away. 1-on-2. All 3 players fall. Nelson comes over to help. Now Boyard keeps that puck in the zone. Levi comes out with it. Now she will get it out. Pheonix go for a change, which is a little bit of room. So DeMille will dump that deep in the zone, and Bourgeois is going to give chase. Puck gets away from Bourgeois on the forecheck. Comes up the wall. Legier sends it to Hilchey. Hilchey's got a breakaway here. She's under pressure from Alexa Ferrand. A great save by Eloise Perreault with the stick. Really nice play. Puck's down in the corner. Kenzie Hilchey has it for the Pheonix. She attempts to center. That goes off a skate. Comes up the right-hand side to Bourgeois. Bourgeois sends that puck over to Alexa Ferrand. She goes for a change. Ferrand dumps it, and she goes for a change. Here comes the line of Padrones, Walsh, and Bork. Eve Landry calls for it, takes that play. She goes wide to Padrones. Padrones grabs it. She'll circle back. She goes back to Landry. Landry goes up the wall towards Bork. Just out of her reach, but no icing as it was touched on the way by. Charlie Doyle goes back and grabs that puck for the Pheonix. Stolen by Walsh. Gets it to Bork. Bork. Ooh, broken up by Kenzie Hilchey. Bork was trying to get that out front to Padrones. Hilchey and Padrones do battle on the wall. Eve Landry takes a fumble. Here comes Alexa Cormier. She cuts dangerously to the middle. Shoots just wide. Knight sends that puck up the wall. Pheonix sent it right back down. Puck is in behind the Fury net. They attempt to center. Broken up by Padrones. Padrones. She sends it up the wall to Walsh. Another battle royal there in the boards, but Padrones comes away with it. Padrones sends it up the middle. Broken up by Cormier. Broken up again by the Pheonix. Tipped in front. Nice save by Eloise Perreault on that shot from the blue line. Oof. Ooh, I don't like that. That was a dangerous fall. Thankfully, everyone appears to be okay there. Lara Walsh on the forecheck. Joseanne Levesque comes out with it for Pheonix. She goes D to Doyle. Doyle now. Doyle under pressure from Bork. She works at the center but doesn't get any further. Puck gets towards the Pheonix blue line, but no further. Still here at center. Lara Walsh will send it in. Forward lines are going for a change, so Claire Atkinson will do the forechecking while her teammates are getting some fresh legs over the boards. Atkinson does an okay job on that. Puck comes all the way down the ice. Boyard's going to grab that. No icing. She's under some pressure from 2 Pheonix players. They send it around the wall. Goes to McLaughlin. McLaughlin gets it to Harriman. Harriman's got a burst of speed. Can she get it there? Oh, no. Almost. Almost. Just off her stick. Couldn't quite handle it. So, puck comes all the way down the ice, and that will be icing. Wow. End-to-end action here. The clock was supposed to be 15 minutes. I can't. And we only started with 12, so we should be adding another 3 minutes to this. See if I can get this to the attention of the coaches. So battle in the corner. Harriman's there with McLaughlin and 3 Pheonix players. Puck comes off the wall. Lacasse holds it in. Kavanaugh on Lacasse. Lacasse comes out with it at center. Lacasse attempts to get that through the middle. That's broken up there by Carroll. That puck now goes to Harriman. She sends it up the wall towards Kavanaugh. That's held in by Richard. But DeMille, that's going to be offside. There we go. So, really good entertaining action here. And it's hopefully our Fury can hang on here. Minute 34 to go. Puck gets back to the D, picked up by Bourgeois. Bourgeois, oh, poke checked away there nicely by the Pheonix D. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Need to get a message over to the bench as we didn't start the clock at the right time. Now Kate Nelson has the puck. Stolen by the Pheonix, so they send it all around the boards. They have Laundry's there at the blue line. Laundry, she grabs that puck. Fires it just wide of the Pheonix net. Bourgeois in there in the forecheck. She breaks that up nicely. Bourgeois with it. Back to the blue line. Held in by Knight. Puck goes down low. In behind the net. Spinorama by Legier. She comes the other way for the Pheonix. Gets that puck to the blue line, but not out as Knight was there. Back down low. You got Lara Walsh and Bourgeois on the forecheck. The Croc chips it around Bourgeois. Puck is still there in the corner. They're attempting to get it out, and they do. Sophie Knight now. She's going to go looking for Lara Walsh, and that was broken up by Kenzie Hilsche. A little bit of a back and forth here at center. Puck gets to Padrones. Padrones steps around her player. So it doesn't look like they're going to. Doesn't look like they're going to play the extra 3 minutes. So, well, Fury skate away with a 2-0 win against their cross-county rivals from West Kent. Hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in.